For years now, the Frank family have been the brightest house on the block. I went down to speak with Jerry Frank about how it all comes together. So I'm here at the Lights and Sounds of Christmas house. Thank you so much for inviting us. Can you tell us a little bit about what all goes into making this happen?
Well, a lot of work and a lot of lights.
Absolutely. What's the power bill like?
Well, I always tell people, I said, compared to what I end up spending on lights, it's nothing.
Yeah, you know, the fuel for the for the jet is not very much when you're dealing with the price of the jet.
Exactly. Yes.
And you know, how many hours would you say you've spent in just the last week, let's say?
Well, usually we figured it takes us about 300 hours to set everything up with the whole team working together and stuff like that.
And how big's the team? Who's all involved?
It's basically the entire family. So we have 3 kids, and they all have their spouses and attachments and everything. And then some grandkids get involved now and stuff because they're starting to get to the age. So they all help out. So there's about a dozen of us that put in the hours. And my daughter is the main designer. Like, she's the one who tells us where to put everything in the backyard. The front yard's my domain, and I kind of just supply her with stuff for the backyard.
And what's the storage facility for all of this when it goes away?
Well, we got 2 sheds back there that are dedicated to Christmas. And then the Musgrave Group of Companies has partnered with us, and they supply us with a sea can that we use all year long.
And I imagine you darn near fill that sea can.
Oh yeah, it's full to the brim when we're done. Yeah.
Awesome. One thing I noticed out front, and it immediately makes me think of Horlock Park back home in Edmonton, is that you've got the radio station to tune to. Can you tell me a little bit about how that came about?
That was where the whole show started.
Okay.
I got hooked on a video that I saw on YouTube at one point of a house down in, I think it was somewhere in Utah. And he had a beautiful display that was all synchronized to music and everything, and it was just like, that would be so cool to do. And so I did some research, found out what was being involved, and then I bought these special controllers to be able to do it. And then you can buy a little small FM transmitter, so it's good for a few blocks. And then we just broadcast the music on that, and then people can hear it in their vehicles and then still see the lights, and then have everything dance to the music. So, and I mean, we always appreciate any help we can get from, you know, whether it's businesses or community or people or whatever it is. I mean, it's a lot of work, but I mean, the whole community gets to benefit from it, so it's kind of a win-win.
And I've noticed you've got a little bit of the moving inflatables going on. It's just a hair cold for them right now.
Yeah.
But that's something I've only noticed in the last year or two. I imagine you have your hand on the pulse of what's new in Christmas decorations.
It does change a little bit all the time. They always come up with new things and stuff. But we try to, you know, pick up a few new items every year. We have different ways of getting some of the newer stuff without costing a huge amount out of pocket. But like I say, we try to rotate our display around a bit to keep it fresh.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for inviting us out, and
I
really appreciate it. Happy holidays.
Yep.
The thousands of lights, hundreds of hours of work, and a community of helpers and businesses bring together something really special. Ian Tidswell, Primetime Local News.